And can I point out something that pissed me off about this B plot?
Yes.
So literally, we are introduced to yoga because of Hazel.
And now
And
Hazel's
where
not
the
there.
fuck is Hazel in this Ashtanga class?
They didn't want to pay her this week.
They didn't want to pay Andrea this week. Fuck y'all.
Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes.
Hello, and welcome to the 10th episode of season 4 of Your Mom's Podcast, the only podcast that's worth walking out on a date with one of Degrassi's coolest girls. I'm Avis.
I'm Caroline.
And today we're talking about Degrassi season 4, episode 13, Bark at the Moon. Roses are red. Dating your teacher is not romance. And we're supposed to believe Manny can't fucking dance. Manny and Spin have been hanging out, and he's ready to take it to the next level. But she's not so sure, probably because she doesn't actually like him. Over in the B plot, Paige and Oleander's relationship progresses. Gross. I love that normally, like, your little tidbits are, like, longer and fleshed out, but that's literally all that's happening.
It's all that's happening. Tawny is here real quick, as is Nancy Harris, which hello to you guys. I realized
Hi, y'all.
right before we did pre-show that people are only going to be able to hear me. But that'll be fun. So you guys get to hear half the podcast.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right, because I don't have the headphone, or because I have headphones on.
As you need to have.
As I need to have. Otherwise, it'll be
you
poor
could turn
audio quality going forward.
Yeah. But
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Let's jump into this episode.
We know there was a reason for it. It's all good. I am deeply disturbed by this B plot, and it's not even obviously it's for the reason that we all know about, but I'm just so upset that we're supposed to be happy about any of this. We're supposed to be rooting for this.
It's such a weird B plot, right? Because it's like one of my notes was like, it feels like this progressed off screen.
Mm-hmm.
Because other than telling you you're his favorite student, he hasn't really
give you any kind of encouragement.
Any encouragement.
Yeah.
He's pretty consistently like, no, thank you.
Right. You're a student. I'm a teacher.
And like
boundaries.
When they have that fight during the dance and she tells him he's acting like a jealous boyfriend, and I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Where is that happening?
What it feels like to me is they're trying to build that tension of that, like, you don't know what you want. I do. No, you don't. I do. And then they kiss or whatever. It's like, that's the kind of like tension they're trying to drum up. And it's like, very clearly, no, thank you. I don't want this. Take this back to the kitchen. Not go away. Fuck off, because I do not want. But Paige is so like, when she wants something, when she gets it in her head, she just wants to see, can she get it? Like and it's like young, and I mean, I know to an extent she has thought about him or whatever, but I think it's more about attaining the unattainable.
I don't think you're wrong. It's definitely about obtaining the unattainable. But it's also like, it's weird. They have no chemistry. He's given zero indication. Like, he's just not that into you.
He's been kind of Brick Wallish. He's been kind of like buffing all of her, advances. Like, he's not trying to, he's doing what you should do if a child comes onto you.
Yeah, no, he is. It's
Except
weird
for the
because
part when he fucking kisses her and then tells her that they can't get caught again. Except for
right,
all of that. That's
right
when it's
outside the
like
school, literally right outside the
literally
school,
right outside the
it's
school.
giving Ezria
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
kissing in the parking lot.
Kissing in the fucking parking lot. Thank you, Caroline. Kissing in the fucking parking lot. I'm so over, like, I've been over them because I knew it was coming, but I'm like, I'm already over just by that one line of dialogue. I'm like, you are a grease ball.
Right,
The way he's
right.
just like,
Take a
we
shower.
can't get caught again. Ugh.
Please take a shower, Mr.
Like,
Oleander.
yeah. I feel so icky after watching this B plot. And then Marco participates in this.
Right. Marco participates. Manny becomes an accomplice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you apologizing for seeing this? And you know what? It does not sit right well with me that, like, going forward, Manny's gonna, like, cover for this.
Right. That she's just
Is
like, oh yeah.
not some Manny shit.
It so they definitely are starting to like involve Manny in Paige's shit in a way that's like, I what we know about her, it doesn't necessarily track, but I think that like it's like she's reduced to the younger version of herself around Paige. It's like she can't, all of this stuff that she's built up, like the saying no and standing up for herself and being thong girl, wrong girl, is like gone when Paige is around.
I mean, but here's the thing about Manny is that, like, Manny can't always stand up for herself, but Manny is a real one and Manny stands up for other people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the youngest we ever saw Manny, she's fucking getting the mystery gang together
Right. To save her best
to
friend from
save Emma
becoming
from becoming bad
a fucking,
taxidermy in
right,
Yellowknife.
fucking terrible pillow or mantelpiece. It just, I
Oh no, I
find,
picture her just like sitting in a chair.
oh no, that would be so creepy, but probably the vibe of that pizza guy. Yeah, that small ass pizza. I just feel like we get Manny and because obviously the A plot is about Manny and Spinner, but we get Manny and Paige, and like it's she's so clearly openly like, oh, I'm all about Oleander and fuck my responsibilities.
Right. And like it's interesting. I was thinking about it during my rewatch today, the way that
Mm-hmm.
like Paige didn't really care about
Mm-hmm.
Manny and Spinner. Like she is not upset about that. She is so supremely unbothered by it.
She has got other things on her mind, and like it's definitely funny to see her like openly pining because even at the best part of her relationship with Spinner, she never really showed like a lot of open affection for him like that. Of like, you know, she
Right.
it's a similar like, oh, this is a banter thing, like, oh, I'm picking on you. Didn't they teach you how to hang displays, whatever. But like she's still showing her vulnerability and she's still like putting herself out there in a way that she never did with Spinner.
Right.
And it's interesting, but it's also maybe goes back to your synopsis of the A plot is like maybe she just never really fucking liked him, which is a
Right.
theory we have of about their relationship. One of convenience, one of, you know,
Which
literal
like
happenstance.
I don't think it's really that uncommon for teenagers to date people they don't like that much.
Right. I can attest to the fact that's
Just because like
surely,
your
yeah.
priorities are so different from
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, when you're dating as an adult, you're looking for somebody to build a life with.
And kids don't even really, I honestly, there was a time in like, you know, my early, like late teens, early 20s, where I just didn't understand what a relationship was. I didn't
Right.
understand why people really were in relationships other than like what TV and like, you know, drama shows showed me, which was like, oh, they're in it for the drama. They're in it to fuck and like
And
argue and
argue.
then break up, get back together, wear fabulous outfits. Yeah, go places occasionally. I didn't really know what a relationship was until it like realized I, oh, okay, people do this to like build things together and grow with
Right.
each other and
And
like
grow with each other and
it,
like
yeah, like it come together and share life and just like the things that like at one time as a kid like really stressed me out, like having my sharing my space and like being with someone all the time and everything. Those are the things I look forward to. Like
right.
I can be chilling in the attic. S is chilling in the I'm not going to air her out. She's chilling in another room where she spends a little bit too much time. And I'm like, "Hey, let me go bother her." And then I come back up here and do what I'm doing. And it's nice. Those
Right.
are the kind of things I look forward to more than like the fucking. I mean, the fucking is great. But like it's just like a relationship is way more than what's depicted on TV.
Right.
And that's what we are like imbibing.
But I
Like
don't know that most high school relationships are. And like
mhm,
I don't want to act like high school relationships aren't important, that
right.
some of them aren't. I mean, goddamn, nobody falls in love like fucking teenagers do.
Right. That's why there's so
It's
many
just
things written
it's a
about
completely
teen
different
love.
thing. I mean, that's
Yeah.
why I think that like Romeo and Juliet is so brilliant if you don't misinterpret it.
Right. If you
Like
actually read it for the tale of miscommunication and family
and like
fucking
teenagers are insane. Romeo starts out the play in love
impulsive.
with her fucking cousin.
Right. Like just teenagers are
Like
just
if
not plugged
Rosalind had
in.
fucking called him back, they would have
Right. They
committed
would have committed
suicide.
suicide. Yeah. No. People just definitely I think misinterpret a lot of the shit that was written by Shakespeare. But yeah, specifically Romeo and Juliet.
Specifically Romeo and
Like
Juliet.
classically Romeo and Juliet.
I lost my shit once in a college course when
Mhm.
somebody was talking about how romantic Romeo and Juliet was, and I was like, have you
Have you
literally
really
ever read it?
have you read it?
Like, can I recommend the Wishbone version?
Not the wishbone version.
Nah, dude, the
I'm
Wishbone
done.
version is amazing.
I'm so
I
done.
read the original first, but the Wishbone version was a nice like
Maybe if you strip it down for
companion.
folk, yeah, maybe if you give it to them like that, maybe they'll understand it better.
Right.
Yeah, no, absolutely done.
But like, no, I mean, I don't know. I just want
It
Paige to like get over Oleander and get into like I want Paige to have happy, healthy relationships like she deserves.
Yeah, I want her to definitely, and I feel like she just kicks people to the curb the moment that she has a romantic interest. And then
Yeah.
she's got to reconnect. And can I point out something that pissed me off about this B plot?
Yes.
So literally, we are introduced to yoga because of Hazel.
And now
And
Hazel's
where
not
the
there.
fuck is Hazel in this Ashtanga class?
They didn't want to pay her this week.
They didn't want to pay Andrea this week. Fuck y'all. I see.
No,
So you just swapped her in. You just swapped her in. Swapped her out for Adamo.
no, you know why? Because because doesn't Hazel really doesn't know about the Oleander thing the whole time it's happening until the end.
The only thing that we get is that intro to yoga, which is the
Right.
intro to
But
Oleander.
I'm
That's
saying
it.
going forward because
No.
they know Hazel would have been like, no,
Hazel would have
no.
like called flag on the play and then like her mother.
Right.
Like I will call your
I'm gonna
mother.
call your mother. I'm gonna call my mother. I'm gonna call Mr. Oleander's mother.
Right? Like I'm calling a
Shit,
fucking
I'm calling in Kate Kerwin.
right. Like Kate doesn't have fuck all to do with this. I'm calling her in. Let's just get Kate over here. Just get
Right?
Kate over here. Get Kate on it. No, I'm like, where is Hazel? We
Hazel,
need somebody who's sympathetic to her and
it's
who's
like
gonna
when
be
we
like a
need
yes
Emma to
man.
make really bad decisions. Manny can't be there.
Manny's just like conveniently visiting her cousins and somewhere, or
Manila
literally just like not being mentioned,
just
or they're
not
not
being
friends right
mentioned.
now, or whatever various pains of bullshit. Yeah,
It was weird. Can we switch to the A plot?
yeah.
Did you notice this is such a minor part of it, but did you notice how like lukewarm Emma was being with Manny?
Oh yeah, that was
It
yeah.
was kind of weird. Like,
Yeah.
Manny dropped you. You should be happy to be back in her good graces because you literally have no friends right now.
Right. But that's like, I think that, and I went, obviously we haven't been recording. I did watch forward to Secret, but we all know what happens. So I was like, oh, right, they're probably teeing that up. But it's like, she is definitely like, I don't want to participate right now. You'll
Right.
think of something. Like, it is very much like, I don't care about anything I used to care about before, including where our friendship is like laying,
Hmm.
Like, it's giving, I don't have any reasons to, I need a reason right now.
Can I just say, too, in the same vein of how, in watching this show with more scrutiny, it has ceased to be an Ashley Kerwin slander podcast.
Mhm.
While I would not go so far as to say that it is a Manuela Santos slander podcast,
Mhm.
I would go so far as to say that I'm not as bewitched by Manny watching with the level of scrutiny that we are now. Like, there are still things that I
Yeah.
really love about her. I think she's very kind. I think she's
Mhm.
very loyal. I
Mhm.
think that, like, as far as her friends go, she is a ride or die.
Yeah.
But, like,
I mean, she
when
had her time.
she's not stealing boyfriends, she's kind of being pathetic. It's
Yeah.
like she's constantly either dating these guys that she has no interest in
Mhm.
or chasing after these guys that really don't have any interest in her beyond her sex appeal.
Right. And like, I think,
And then Chester, I'm sorry, what?
yeah, Chester's not cute. And
He's not, he's
he
so
goes on
milk
to get the fuck
toast.
he goes on to fucking irritate me too. So he's just
He's
like, he
irritating.
thinks
He's
he's
not
cute.
cute.
He thinks he's cute, and that's the problem. Someone told him he was cute once, and he's not cute. Like, just the way he acts, like, yeah. And yeah, I could do without Chester entirely. He can fuck off. Um, Manny had her time though. She definitely had her time where it's like, we loved her. Like, shout out to Manny just for being there type vibes. But she very rapidly, like, loses a lot of that charm. And it's really
Right.
because they start deciding to give her things to do. And it's like, did you have to give her those things to do? Really? You could have given her other things to do.
Yeah.
Um,
No, you could have given her way other things to do.
yeah, it's like, if this is the sacrifice to having a character get storylines, that sucks. Cuz we sacrifice a lot of the sweetness, and like, it just, she comes off, I guess she's supposed to come off aloof, and like, she doesn't understand. Like, I don't know, but it's not, it doesn't work like
Right.
how it worked before. It's very much like, I think she's lied before, especially about the whole situation with Craig and Ashley. She lied to Ashley's face. Like, I didn't appreciate a couple of things she did. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a slander. I just think it's not, I'm not happy with you, Manny.
Yeah.
You got some splaining to do. But it's like, I think in the case of Spinner and Manny, she just genuinely is not that into him, and she's also not that into being in another relationship. um
Right. And I think Mandy's a people pleaser. And it's like, okay, so she started flirting with Spinner and hanging out with Spinner
mhm,
because Craig. Like,
right,
let's be honest, it was Craig.
right,
And then Craig was like, I'm back with Ashley.
mhm,
And she was just like, well, I guess this is what I'm doing now. You
right.
know?
Like, I'm
Like,
just involved with
oh my
this
God, too, can we talk about Craig fucking Manning telling Manny that she's the biggest mistake?
man. I mean, he thought he ate with
I
that
get
one.
what he was trying to do.
um
Like, I think what he was trying to say was, like, I'm sorry for all of the pain that, like, I caused because I caused all of that for you, for me, for Ashley.
if I could do it over, I would stop and spare you the pain. But he's
But
just
like,
really bad at any sort of delivery, especially to Manny. It's always gonna come off like he's like shitting on her, and I don't know why.
because he doesn't like her.
Yeah, that's fair. He really doesn't.
He
The,
really doesn't. He really never has.
well,
He
yeah.
thought she was cute, and then he thought she was hot, and then he thought she would let him have sex with her because she did.
Mm-hmm.
And then he thought maybe she could be his family because he's got orphan trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
that's
you're
it.
already pregnant, so why not?
And
Yeah.
that's it. And like, yeah, they're gonna get back together, like,
So enough
but
down the line that I'm already trying not to think about it.
right.
But it's still never like the relationship that she wants it to be, which is him
No.
caring about her feelings and
Right.
valuing her as a person and not a vagina hole or whatever.
Right. He's never gonna
Whatever
actually
Craig's
like value
understanding
her.
of anatomy in that sense is.
Yeah. No, it's
He doesn't value her. He does not care about her feelings. And that's why he does not think about how to say things to her. Because if he had rehearsed it just a little bit, maybe wrote it down, Craig. You're good with
No, it was like
writing.
he hadn't even thought of it, and then he saw
He's
her
like,
and was
oh yeah,
like,
Manny,
"Oh,
I
hey, by
write.
the way,
Let me like just pop off
you're
this
the biggest
uncooked
mistake
thought.
I've ever made in my entire life."
Right. Like I just came up with this on the toilet this morning. So you're welcome. I just saved your life, didn't I? Like he's the worst. And he's so matter of fact about it that it's like, come on, man. Like you
Right.
have to know that you're being a dick, but it's like he doesn't. He's so earnest and like, yeah, oh, I just needed to tell you this because I was thinking, and this is the result of those
It's
thoughts.
one of those like, is the apology to make the other person feel better or to make you feel better?
Well, yeah.
And the apology was
It's
to make him feel
totally to
better.
make him feel better.
And like,
He
it's
needs
one
to
thing
clear
to
his
be like,
conscience.
yes, I'm going to feel better when I apologize, but that's not my motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can apologize and feel better because you've apologized and it still be okay because that's not why you were apologizing.
Right. That's like apologizing is not a means to an end for you. It's like it's you are not gaining that like joy from
Right.
yeah. It's a different when you're going into it like I just need to um like unburden myself and like whoo, I feel better. Don't you feel better? And the other person's like, well, fuck you.
Right.
You just shat on me. Versus like I've really taken the time to think about how to care, like how to say this to you in a way that's like not only gonna make me feel unburdened because you deserve to feel unburdened, but also make you feel like the role you played in it wasn't like I'm not shitting on you for the role you played.
Right.
Or not even the role you played, but just like what happened. Like make somehow he made the whole thing her fault. Like, and I mean a bit enough of it was her fault. I'm not even
Definitely.
going to
Manny
hold
is
you.
not without
She
blame
is
there.
not without blame, but he was the one in the committed relationship.
Right.
And I don't care how many people throw their cat at my girlfriend. She's not picking up that cat. That cat's going to lay on the ground. And I have no doubt about it. And I feel like people.
You shouldn't throw cats at people. As somebody who's had a cat thrown at me twice.
First of all, I really think it's crazy that people physically throw cats.
Twice. If I had a nickel for every time somebody's thrown a cat at me, I would have 2 nickels, which is not a lot of nickels. But it's weird that it happened twice.
It
The
is.
one time it was dressed as a cowboy.
That's
The other
probably
time it was
the
just
weirdest
dressed
part.
as a cat.
It was just as a cat.
It was the same person and the same cat. So to be fair, it's not like I've had 2 separate people. Throw
Okay.
2 separate cats at me. That
I
would
was
be
wondering the
really
statistics
weird.
on that.
No,
Yeah,
no,
like
same person.
it's
same
like
cat.
lightning. It's like lightning.
Right.
Like 2 cats cannot be thrown at one person. It would never strike the cat. The
You
cat should
can
never
be
strike
struck by lightning
twice.
twice.
You can,
It's just
but
very rare.
it's just
You
very.
can
Are you
be
that person that's gonna get a separate
a
cat thrown at you, Caroline?
I mean, okay, so actually, quite frankly, possibly because I have this thing that I
Mm-hmm.
have inherited from my biological father
Mm-hmm.
where mentally ill people are drawn to me. I
Mm-hmm.
think they see me as a safe space, which great.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it means you get cats thrown at you though, because they're not always drawn to you in a good way. Sometimes
Right.
they're drawn to you in a I'm going to be really rude and sometimes throw cats at you way. Like I'm not going to be surprised if a different person at some point in my life throws a cat at me.
You
I
just
hope
got
not though. It's not great.
you just got a face that looks good with a cat at it.
Apparently, I have one of those faces that screams like throw
Throw a
your
cat
cat, just
at it.
throw it
Just
at me.
launch your cat at me. Yeah. Please don't throw cats at anybody. Please, just in the sense of like, the hood meaning, which is the sex. If you hadn't caught that, when I say throw your cat, I mean throw the puss. There's a lot of euphemisms that are related to to vaginas and cats. And I've noticed that my whole life. Never been comfortable, Never been a cozy thing. But yeah. Um I feel like Spinner is trying to be boyfriend of the year in this episode.
Yeah, it's just like it's weird because it's like, what are you?
Wait, no, I'm so upset. And maybe we shouldn't even do this, but like I think this sound is just starting to die. But we could do a TikTok where it's like, do you know you have 30 minutes, where it's like Spinner like being normal and dating Manny, like, do you know you have 30 minutes? Like kind of like Spinner living his life just before the bomb about dropped on him.
Girl, do it.
Oh my gosh. I
You
have
have
access to the
access to the
thing.
TikTok.
Do you know you have 30? Can you like remind me to do that? Because like,
Yeah, except that sometimes when I remind you to do stuff, you're like, I feel like you're trying to be my boss.
and I mean, remind me to do it like, hey,
But
gently.
in a way that I want to be
You can just
managed,
be
but
like,
only in the way that I want to be managed.
well, yes. I feel like I just need you to be like, hey, Caroline subbing for Avis's brain because she is tired. Do this TikTok, and you thought of it. This is just the reminder of that. Um, because I'm so upset with that sound, but that's how I feel looking at Spinner just living his life, thinking all is honky dory.
He
And
doesn't think all is
you
fun. He's
got
trying, but he's just
he's
like,
trying, but like, boo, you got a storm coming.
right.
Like it's
Well, if it isn't the consequences of your own fucking actions, Spinner.
like coming around the mountain. Yeah, it's so funny because he gives that little speech at the dance, like, I realized that the reason that you probably said no is because I didn't tell you why I wanted you to be my girlfriend. It's because I do.
Right?
Like he
It's
says like
so
two
bad.
other things before that, but he's like, and I also just do. Like, yeah. Like I really just want you and me to be together
Right.
forever. It's He needs to take a break. He needs to stop trying to date people, but spoiler alert, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, no,
He's
Spinner
going
needs to work on his own damn self.
his Spinner
He
needs
needs to
to
work on his
look
own
the
damn
man in the
self.
mirror. Yes, he needs to, ask him to change his ways.
Right.
And no message could have been any clearer. I don't know why. Man in the Mirror just popped in my head, probably
I
because
mean,
he
it's
has
a
that whole
fitting
scene.
song.
He does have that whole scene where he literally shaves off his head staring in
Yeah,
the
but
mirror.
that's not about,
That
that's
is
about
not
the cancer.
that's about cancer, but like this is kind of, Man in the Mirror vibe. Yeah. Spinner, you got 30 minutes, honey, and I'm so sorry. But like you are on borrowed time and your reputation's about to go into the shitter. But speaking of going into the shitter, Raditch is gone.
Raditch is gone. I know. I feel like that's kind of like C plot. I had never noticed. So he mentions like they transferred him to another school, so he's not
Yes.
completely fired.
Right. He's getting probably relocated to that like weird school in like the forest or something, like where with two students. So
Are you
he
talking
no
about my
longer
high
has
school? Because we
Yes,
didn't
your
have a
high school.
principal.
Oh no, they're like, fuck that. We have no authority here. No, like Radich is gonna get relocated to the smallest possible like student body to handle because he's like, I have 700 or is it 900?
It was
700.
700.
Yeah, I thought it was 7. I have 700 students and staff. Well, now
Ooh, we're
you
Canada. We have small class sizes.
now you got about 100 maybe. Like if you're lucky,
Right.
they give you three figures to
They
fuck,
demoted him to like elementary school.
They're like, "Hey, there's no way you can fuck this up. Except there's multiple ways that he can fuck that up. He
Oh
just needs to
God.
stay in his office and mind his business and not ask anybody to like
Right,
do
you
any
can
kind of
spend an hour in the
musical.
gym every day with your Swiss ball. And that's it.
You're just a figurehead. We have no desire to actually like
Right.
you have this is just a figurehead position. You could golf during the day. We just can't fire you because of some weird tenure that high school teachers have in Canada.
Can we talk about the weirdness of like you can't just give away your appointment with the principal
Right.
if
She's
you get
like,
called to the office? Like, because
the
what if
way
it
Paige was
hadn't
so
been?
unbothered. She
What
was
if
so
it had
unbothered.
been like, we have reason to believe that you're the one who carried Rick?
Mm.
Like, oh, well, I'm not here, so I guess you're going to pin it on Manny.
Like, I am substitute Paige. And Miss Hatzilakos is just like, okay, I'm rolling with it. It's my first day, not gonna start fucking y'all up
Right?
yet.
She was like, I was really
Okay.
hoping Paige would be here because we have
Because
similar hair.
we what the fuck are they doing with that poor girl's hair?
I don't, it's so bad.
It's
It's
so
so
bad.
bad.
Hatzilakos' hair is better.
Right?
At least it looks like a choice. Um yeah, so upset with her hair. Um Miss Hatzilakos is really trying to just keep it positive, keep it light. She's like,
She
but
really
can
is.
but can I talk about how she says like the whatever department, like, oh, they did what they were supposed to do to get us back on, to get us over the school shooting. And I'm like, did they?
Right? No, nobody is over this
Did they
shooting.
did they
Nobody
really
is
do
over
did they
this.
really do their part to get you guys over
Right.
the shooting? What did they do? Put some
Um,
Ashtanga classes that like three people go to
right.
just for the hot teacher. I was
Right.
thinking that the attendance is gonna plummet now that Quan.
Plummet now that it's Quan. Well, plus Quan will be teaching them poses wrong, so they like do long term damage to their like spines.
just cause
Because
she's
she
like,
said, "Fuck
haha,
them kids."
fuck these motherfucking kids. Yeah, Quan's like, haha.
We should talk about this fucking dance.
Okay. I'm with Manny to like in the opinion that Marco is just like, I just want to dance. I just want to like he has no regard for like yeah, this is what's going to raise school spirit. And I think maybe in this instance it wasn't like a disaster. Just like gross because of Oleander and Paige.
Right.
But no, it so I like the concept of the internet matching. I think that that's cute for like, a high school dance. Then you're not forced to like go without a date if you want to go and you might meet a friend, whatever.
But I think too, like it. I don't think that the tech was advanced enough that it would have like worked well because it
Mm-hmm.
like
It seemed like and like at first I was like, did they build this program? And then I was like,
right.
it sounded like no, because from what Chester said, like, oh, you load people into the it didn't seem like they one would have the capability. Who would have done that? Not Snake. I don't think they didn't I feel like they would have said like, oh, Snake did this, blah blah blah.
Well, no,
So
that would be a lot of work.
is Chester supposedly like for his other school they maybe used a service or something,
Yeah,
and he
maybe
just
there's
found the service again and then like hooked them up with it, because it's like they had usernames and a password and shit to like get into it. It does seem like maybe, oh, we're just gonna kind of write what we think this would do,
right,
versus like what actually exists or whatever. But yeah, I am upset that Chester, when she said, does Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls count as a superhero, Chester says no. Bitch, yes, Bubbles from fucking Powerpuff Girls does count as a superhero. She's literally
the
a
joy
super,
and
like,
the laughter.
like she flies around and saves crime and like fights crime and saves people, like townspeople.
Right.
Literally, she saves the city of Townsville every week with her sisters. So how is she not a superhero?
Right. Chester's gross.
Chester's
He's
a
like
fucking sexist pig.
milquetoast as fuck. I also like when Manny's like, "Don't you just love this song?" And he's like, "It's a little Britney for me."
Right,
And
like,
there
bitch,
is
what does that
literally
mean?
nothing
Nothing
about
Britney
that
about
song.
it. It reminds me of that junior senior song, Move Your Feet, but only in like the weirdest way, like not in any like melody or lyrics, but like the bim 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 bim
Yeah, it's like,
everybody. It's not, it sounds like hopped up elevator music or like lounge music, hopped up lounge music. Like,
right.
oh, ooh, oh, ooh. Like, and the way she's dancing
I'm
to
really
it's like
sad that Tawny didn't get to see that.
I'm yeah, we should invite her. We should get her an audience link. That would be fun. Um, I am just upset that like Manny's dancing like she's got fucking ants in her pants.
Right. Why can Manny not dance? It
She's a
doesn't make any
cheerleader.
sense. She's a cheerleader.
And
She's a
like,
gymnast.
and
She's
then she's
like,
a gym, right? Like she should at least have some, like she's just got no rhythm.
yeah, no, it's very bad. Like,
Haven't we seen her dance before too?
I feel
We've
like we
seen her
must have.
sexy shimmy with Craig. She ain't no way she can sexy shimmy. You see me sexy shimmy in Caroline?
I
Ain't no
do.
way she can sexy shimmy like with the arm, with the, slow. If there was a wall, she would have slow slid down it, all
Mm-hmm.
sexy. Like there's no way that she could pull that off without like jerking or her body doing some involuntary movements.
Right.
Like how did she go from doing a sexy body roll, like back it up dump truck, to this
Yeah,
involuntary,
no,
a
because
lot of this
because
looks
the plot needs
involuntary.
her. It's so bad.
It's like the in the future with the Dave can't sing thing, like we pay attention.
Well, I think it's got to be a matter of that, like, okay, right. So, you know how, like, when somebody who is a good singer
Yeah,
has to pretend to sing badly, that it's, like, so
clear that.
clear and
Mhm.
exaggerated. I think, like, not that Manny's, like, like a trained dancer,
Right,
but
but she can
Manny is a
dance.
decent enough dancer that, like, to dance badly, she's got
She's
to channel
gotta.
Peter with his aggressively offbeat one clap.
Oh my
How are you so
god,
offbeat with one clap?
I don't. Peter
How do you do that?
manages
It's my
very
favorite thing.
carefully, or
It's my
not carefully at all.
favorite thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, how?
yeah.
God, I
Peter
love
Stone.
Degrassi.
I do too. It's and it's like this is a fun episode, but it's also really
It's
pisses me.
not. What is
It's
fun about this episode? Manny is like humiliating herself all over the place. Paige is humiliating herself all over the place. They're both chasing after these like greasy guys who are not good enough.
okay. Let me redefine what I mean by fun. I mean,
Horrible.
no one got gonorrhea in this
No one gets
episode.
gone. Yeah,
No one
there's no trauma.
gets
Like, it doesn't go
no
there, and
one
we've
gets
been needing to
trauma,
break. That's fair.
blowjob in
That's
a
fair.
but it's still like we've got the Manny is super embarrassing herself. She's doing dances that are clearly like you yeah, what are this is an exaggeration, so I am embarrassed for her in this situation. She also is serving looks throughout this episode that makes me feel
Stop with the hats.
yeah, the hats I can always
Because
do
that's the thing, is like
without.
none of the outfits would be that bad without the hats.
Yeah, yeah, she can. Well, she got back on that hat train. She like took a break. She was like, "Let me go get off and like
Like,
walk around and see what
we
else there
saw
is out
her
there."
in that pink polo with the yellow piping and the yellow tank top, and we liked it.
It was cute,
It was cute, but you throw the hat in there.
and it's
And
like,
like,
well,
and you know what? Like, if it was a black hat,
mm-hmm.
I would still probably be like, Manny, you really don't need a hat. But like, I wouldn't hate it. I
But
hate it.
she can never just do a coordinating hat.
No.
It's gonna match the brightest part of her ensemble, or match nothing at all. Depends on how she's
Right.
feeling.
Right.
Yeah, no, let me think more about if there's anything else I have to say about either of these plots, because I feel like I'm dying to talk about a couple of my fashion gripes, but let me search the ethers of my mind, though it is fried in more ways than one.
I mean, I'm just gonna search my notes. Maybe if you had come prepared for class.
Maybe if I had like
Why is
wrote
Marco
stuff down
pushing
and
Spanny so
mentally.
hard? That's one of my notes, is Marco, stop trying to make
Oh,
Spanny happen.
it shouldn't happen. Yeah, and it's weird because then Manny's like, you need to get over yourself, and I don't know, like they have an interesting relationship. I don't know why he's pushing that so hard, especially since he knows that I mean, just because you and Spinner are friends this week doesn't mean that she needs to like be exclusive to him, you know? Like there's no stake in
Right.
that for you. Um yeah, it feels like maybe he's like just very misguided about what makes a good relationship, and maybe that's because he
Well,
himself
and
is
maybe,
in
I
a
mean, he and Spinner
terrible
are
relationship.
friends, and Spinner's going through this breakup, and like, whatever.
He's like, this is a good relationship. My friend is sad because, or will be sad if they knew what's happening behind their backs. So let me make sure that this clearly healthy situation prospers.
Right.
Um,
Um, okay, so looking at my notes, I have a few things to say,
okay.
and they are: one, it's weird when Chester's like, is it because I'm the new kid on the block?
Like, yeah.
Like,
And
no,
he,
honey, it's because she's apparently now got a boyfriend.
yeah,
And because you suck, you're milk toast and boring and gross, and I hate you.
he is. He does say the first instance of welcome to Degrassi, though,
He does.
but
I made a
not,
note of that.
but not in a way that like we not in a way that we desire, because he's like, fuck Degrassi, low-key, like these girls say they don't have boyfriends and then they say suddenly they got boyfriends.
Right. And okay, so I do. One, I thought it was funny when Manny was like, "Is that like a riddle, sir?" to Mr. Radich.
He's like,
Um,
no, dumbass.
and then my
Radish is so upset.
other. Okay, one, it's weird to be telling your student that you broke up with your girlfriend.
Right,
Like,
that,
it's
well,
weird. It's weird. It's weird.
it
And
is weird.
also, like, the whole rigging the dance thing that her and Marco do is such a dumb plan.
Yeah, what did they think? What
What
did
did
they
they
think
think was
the
gonna
idea?
happen? I'm a
Right, like,
teacher. I didn't participate.
this is how was this going to go off in any other way?
Like, why would the
What was
teachers be
there?
participating? Because none of them can match with you. They can only match with each other. Half of them are probably like married. Like,
Yeah,
it was a dumb plan. It was a
it
real dumb
was.
plan.
I think that like I'm upset with both of the like all of the colluding that Marco did this episode because none of it was in good, like none of it was in like good
Yeah, spoiler
taste.
alert, I don't think I have a single fucking shining star this week.
Yeah, this was an episode where though things like gonorrhea and like taxidermy, potential taxidermy and Yellowknife did not occur. Like I think that like enough shitty actions occurred that I'm just like a lot of you guys just bum me out the whole time. Like, well, we see Darcy. Darcy is paired up with
Being
Chester.
annoying with bad hair.
She's being very annoying. She's being a hater. It's not like you're married, okay? Um,
Right.
like clearly he's very openly staring at Manny. Why would you want to be with someone who is very openly staring at somebody else? But kids don't get this. Teens don't get this. This is
Well,
just like he's mine.
because Darcy grew up in a fundamentalist Christian household and has been taught that she shouldn't have self respect and
Mm-mm.
should be grateful for whatever crumbs a man will throw her. Duh.
Doy. Yeah, no, that's definitely probably what her mom taught her. In the household. I just feel most people were giving me bad vibes in this episode, so I really don't have a lot of Snake. Snake did the real work.
What did
But
Snake
well,
do?
I think I have this small theory that Snake is like obviously he wants Paige in the classroom. But I see that he like makes a face and like he's a little bit more forceful and like aggressive about it than you would be if you just want your student to
That's
come into
fair.
class. He's like, get the fuck in here because what are you doing?
Right. This is a bad idea, babe.
This is a bad idea.
But we have jumped all the way to Shining Stars, and we should probably at least talk about like Fashion Corner and Shots Fired. And we've got a hun count to get to.
Yeah, let's head on out of our deep dive
Do I
and
sound as
into
shitty as I feel like I sound?
you don't sound great. It's like getting progressively worse. I think the laying down um probably is making you sound not as great. But that's not a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. I think
Yeah,
you
no, I'm sick. You guys can fucking deal with it.
yeah,
At least I
she's
don't sound like this anymore.
yeah, no, I think it's fine. Yes, fashion.
Yes, what do you got?
Okay, so right out the gate, I've got this is this a fedora? What is she wearing? I don't know. Some kind of
Yeah, it's fedora-esque at the very
yeah,
least.
it's very I think fedoras might have some like edges to it and this one is like maybe a bowler hat possibly, I don't know.
No,
And
it's not a bowler.
it's not a bowler. Okay. I like her hair under it. I really wish she just would take the fucking hat off. But she's got
Yeah,
this like bright pink hat and this like short sleeved bright pink tracksuit top which is very cute.
it would be cute without the hat.
It would be so cute without the hat. She's got a little side pony. Actually, if the little clip I got of it was side. If she turned, it might just be a regular straight
No,
back
I think it
pony.
is
But
side pony
oh,
pony action.
I love me a side pony. And she's got a little yellow tube top. It looks like underneath. Yellow is a good color for her. Yeah, I love this outfit. Fuck that hat. The hat tanks it for me.
Yeah, no, it's not great. Um, Paige's little light green floral number, her first outfit,
Yeah,
is also questionable. It's giving
it
Hazel's club
is.
attire.
Oh, it surely is. Thank you for making that connection. It is, and it's like doesn't fit her very well. I think the layer what she put under it
Right.
also is like awkward looking across her chest. It's not yeah, it's not giving. Maybe a little lacy would have been, a little lace cami would have been better. Because then it would have been scoop neck and not scoop neck. It would have been V-neck instead of just straight across. It's like a very weird cut for this type of shirt. And it just doesn't fit her that great. And her hair is not adding to that. Her hair's bedhead in not a good way.
Yeah. It's not good.
Bedhead with extra hairspray. Um, I like the outfit that Manny is wearing when she's showing Chester around the school. This is one of my favorite Manny hairs. I think I've said I love the
Mhm.
long, sleek hair. I think it like the layering on her is not my favorite. I like when her hair is all roughly one length. Looks good, but her outfit is like another sort of track vibe. It's a two-piece set. You remember those ribbed, like those thick bands that were at the top and bottom of a lot of clothes?
Mhm.
That's what she's working with. She's got the drawstring, um, and it's like a sweatsuit material, like cottony, and it's orange and like with pink stripes. It's good. It looks good on her. I like that the sleeves are a little bit longer. She's working it, but it's also because she's got no hat on, guys. She's got no hat, and her hair is thanking her for it.
Right. Um, and then we've got her dance outfit, which would be cute, but hat.
The hat.
The hat.
I get upset because there's a outfit she's wearing when Marco goes to give Raditch the present,
Mhm.
and she does like the submitting of, like, she does the changing of her dance profile to match Chester's. She's wearing this white halter,
With like
grommeted,
lace and
yeah,
grommets. Yeah, no,
and
that's a
it's
cute
like,
look.
yeah, it's definitely got a white side and a black side. I can see like a red sort of design going on the white side. I don't know what's going on the black side because I can't see it. I literally snapped the smallest picture of her bottom. She's got like this blue belt on that might have some black and these orange like bottoms. And she's got these cute white earrings with the like bangle type earrings, but they've got the hole in the middle.
Mhm.
Um and she's got her hair like just loose with the middle part. And I wish that we could have seen this entire outfit because it looks fucking flawless.
Right.
This is cruel. This is cruel that this is not her dance outfit because she's talking about, oh, I had to change. Why did you change into that? Why did you go from a 10 at school to a 5 at the dance?
Yeah.
I'm knocking off that many points because of the hat, y'all. I fuck a hat,
It's a
man.
bad hat
It is
and
a
it's a
newsboy,
bad
like
dance and
that.
it is
That hat sucks.
it was the style at the time.
And she embraced it like with full open arms, like, I love you hats, all you hats, come here. Like, no thank you, no thank you. I wish that we got her in that outfit like for a couple more scenes because it deserved to be seen, and we don't see it.
We don't.
The worst. Do you have any more fashion?
Yeah, I did not love Paige's dance outfit either.
Thank you. Okay, I was like, are we letting Paige go? No, I
No.
fucking hate. I am just like, did I wear ponchos? Yes. Did I wear ponchos that look like this? Of course. And I also wore the ones that were knitted and with the tassels and with the little flowers
And
on
the
the
ones that
like,
were like beads
and the ones that were
instead, and like
beads and like shimmery. Like, I wore those. We all did. I just don't like it. I just don't
right.
like it. I
We
never.
know better now. We can look back. Well, and it's giving like it doesn't fit her well, so it's giving like when an actress gets pregnant, but they like a TV actress gets pregnant, but
And they've
they
been like,
don't want to write in a pregnancy.
right.
So they're just like, we're gonna have you wear flowy clothes and we're gonna mostly film you from the neck up,
And we're gonna
and
put
you're
like
gonna have a
props in
big
front of you.
bag or like be
Yes.
carrying boxes a
You're
lot.
thinking Scandal? Like, we're gonna have a big bag. You're just gonna have the hugest trench coats and the biggest bags, and then we're gonna put a plant in front of you, and then we're gonna put a vase in front of you, you, and then we're gonna like shoot you in bed from like the side.
Yeah, no, it's giving Brie Vandekamp in season 4 of Desperate Housewives.
Oh
Like,
my gosh. It's like it's not, and like I
or
love the
maybe it's
color.
season 5. No, it's season 4.
I love the color on her. I think it's a cute color.
She rocks baby pink, but it's
Yeah, but
not.
it's not it. It's not it,
It's not
Paige.
it. Um, did you have any more fashion?
I had the outfit that Manny is wearing when Spinner offers her a nanner nutter or whatever the fuck sandwich.
Yeah, she looked really cute in that. It was a very like effortless cute.
Yes, I love her like varsity wear right now. She's wearing a lot of like, those
That was a
sort of.
style we could bring back.
I love I loved me some like just that feel like that, and it's not even prep. I don't, it's like all American prep, I guess.
Yeah.
All American whatever. Yeah.
It's very PacSun catalog.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh
She's
man.
rocking it. She's, and yes, the side pony and the hoops. And and all of her earrings, even with the hats, are like she's stepped up her earring game. She's wearing these earrings and these
Yeah.
accessories, but
She just needs to put the hats to bed
she just needs to
forever.
take, yeah, she needs to put all her hats in a
Give
box
them
and
to
burn them.
Joey.
Oh, give them to Joey so that he can like try them on and dance in the mirror while he's singing everybody what's something.
I can so see Joey going to the club in like a black button down that's like unbuttoned, like 4 or 5 buttons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the hot pink
And the hot
fedora.
pink fedora. Yeah, I was thinking that the hot pink one. Yeah, he would totally rock that shit. Like rock
Yeah.
the fucking, yeah, no, re-rack that shit. He'd be elated to just receive an anonymous box of fucking hats.
Right?
Like, yeah, the color selection. But I do also, my last fashion note, Chester, you are wearing a shirt during the dance and it's kind of like a chevron vibe. I don't fuck with it. It's disgusting. Do better.
This is a Chester Hasoda slander podcast now, forever,
Fuck that
always.
guy.
I
Fuck
know we
that guy.
promised you early on that we were always going to be an Ashley slander pad, and that we did not keep that promise. But I promise you guys, like, I swear on all that is good and holy, this is a Chester Hasoda slander pad. Hate
With,
that guy.
with full chest. Full chest
Full chest.
in
All
this
my
hatred.
homies hate Chester Hasoda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's
That's that.
that. Yeah.
We do have one hun.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while. Right before Paige gives away her Radich meeting, she says, Manny, hun, what are you up to?
The question that Manny wishes she just ignored and
Right.
walked away, walked past. Like, sorry, can't talk. I'm going to math.
And with that, let us hustle on down to the bad part of town before we both fall asleep on camera.
Pew, pew,
Pew,
pew,
pew, pew, pew,
pew,
pew.
pew.
Shots fired.
It will have never happened before. That'd be so fun.
I've fallen asleep recording a few times, but
Right, like not with any participation from me. I'm just like over here thinking you're like, I've been taking micro naps, not gonna lie. Um all right. Mine comes a little bit further in. So if you, where's your first one?
my first one is I made a lot of mistakes since
Okay.
coming here,
That
but you
was
were
mine.
probably
You were
the biggest.
Yes, I too. Because Craig.
Hurtful.
Craig, hurtful, rude, inconsiderate, ill-timed.
What's your next one, babe?
Paige, it's gonna cost. Paige saying it's gonna cost you a hand-shaped welt if you don't calm down. To Marco, which is like casually threatening your friends with violence, like a welt
Right?
though. A hand-shaped welt is rather large.
I have. Didn't they teach displays at teacher school?
Oh my gosh, yes. Mine is just right before that. Manny saying, sometimes I so hate that girl. But like the way she says it is so pathetic, but I had to put it because she tried at least. Like
Right.
she has no audience in Marco, but she tried.
My next one is Snake saying,
Yes.
Paige, class isn't quite the same without you talking to Hazel, so
Yes. Yes. Same. I have to fire a personal shot at Chester for saying Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls was not a
fuck you,
superhero.
Chester, you're
Fuck
not a
you, Chester.
superhero.
Fuck you, Chester.
I have Paige. So Paige says, ow, leg cramp, and Marco says, ow, unwise decision.
I love Marco. I have Spinner saying she doesn't know what she wants.
I had that one too,
All dopey.
but before that, I have, you don't want me to be your girlfriend. You just think it's what couples do, and you're not going to convince me with a stupid stuffed llama for 10-year-olds. Craig gave me one 2 years ago.
Oh my god. You're so salty, Manny. The fact that he went and found you something from the fucking Fluffy Fluff collection.
Right?
Oh my gosh. I can't. No, that was my last shots fired.
My last one is welcome to Degrassi.
His salty ass. Yeah, welcome to Degrassi. Yeah. Annoying.
Okay, so do you have any shining stars?
I would so love to give it to Hazel for whatever she's doing off screen, but since I can't,
Nope.
I'll give it to Snake for telling Paige to get into the classroom. Whether or not it was purely for attendance reasons, I'm going to choose to believe it's because he can sense a creep a mile away and he just can't prove it yet.
Right.
He just can't prove it yet.
I'm gonna also give it, just because we're so lacking, like the bar is in hell this week. I'm gonna give it to Hatzalakos because right now she is doing very well in her interim principal role.
I agree with that 100%. That is a great shining star. She's actually, whether or not I agree about the school board doing their part to restore faith after, I think she's doing a good job in trying to give power back to the students. So shining star gone.
What about super bummers?
Manny, Spinner,
Marco,
Paige,
Oleander,
Chester,
Emma. Yeah, everybody sucks
everybody
this
really
week.
is just not great. Everyone brought the opposite of the A game. They brought their F game.
They brought like their
Or
Z
game.
game.
I was like, I guess the opposite of A game is Z game. You brought your Z game, guys. Because, like, what the fuck, chuckleheads? Yeah. Everybody was a disappointment this week.
Does it go there?
Does it go there?
I wouldn't say so.
No, even though it's got like creepy teacher-student relationship, it does not go there.
Right, like we've got a first,
We're on a pit stop.
A first kiss of this nasty predatory relationship. I feel like we glossed over it because, like, please, I don't want to think about the fact that they're doing
they
that.
have their first
That
kiss.
they have their first kiss.
No, every time I do, it's like I'm that gif of that guy from New Girl vomiting, or not quite vomiting, but like gagging. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, no, I want to lose. Yeah, no, it's just the worst, and it does not go there for that reason. Though it does make me want to go there, as in like toss up my
go
damn
to the police station and say, yes, officers, this man right here,
this man right here,
this man that is like 75% grease, 25% Mr. Pedophile,
heavy ass bang, take him.
Ugh.
Take him.
Ugh.
Yeah. Take him to the chokey.
Thanks for listening to your mom's podcast. Join us next week for Social Diseases Down by the Ravine in Secret, Parts 1 and 2.
This episode of Your Mom's Podcast was made possible in part by The Spirit Squad, Chris Hansen, and support from listeners like you.
Boom. We did it.
We sleepy as shit. We did the shit. I'm stopping it.
I love it.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our Patreon subscribers. Tay,
Evie Piscini,
Miranda Bickers,
and Octavia Faith.
And a special thanks to our TiddySnake producers,
Alyka Fenderson,
Corrie Newton,
Tawny Marie,
and Brandy Tucker.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Ew, I hate how I said thank you. Thank you.
If you'd like to further support our show, you can find us on TikTok and Facebook as Your Mom's Padcast. We also have a Facebook group of the same name. And you can find us on Instagram at YMPadcast. Your Mom's Padcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Subscriptions and reviews are another great free way to support us. However, if you're interested in supporting us in not free ways, we have a lot of great bonus content on our Patreon, and some great merch at our shop, which can be found at your-moms-padcast-shop.fourthwall.com. And remember, that's Padcast. P-A-H-D-C-A-S-T. Thank you.